Hello everyone, my name is Sharon, also known as Sagefira, and welcome back to my playthrough of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, recorded live over on Twitch. Last time, after a rough start to the season of pollen, the months flew by as we threw ourselves into our studies, and Vertumnalia came round once again. We maintained our title as Bot-Athlon Champion, and once again are touched by popularity, which means extra kudos when we work. So let's go ahead and work in the depot and hope for the best. I mean, +2 organization, +2 persuasion, and we're gonna end up getting 18 kudos because we have double, so that's kind of nice. So let's try this out. New job. Seek rolls their eyes when they see you report to the depot for your first day as a clerk. Oh, it's you, they deadpan. Well, at least you might learn something useful while you're here. The depot is where the precious nanoprinter lives. Seek lords over it like a tyrant, and they don't like children. They load the depot module on your holopalm and walk you through the process. People submit requisitions for the nanoprinter through this portal, they explain. It's your job to program the correct routine into the nanoprinter to fulfill the order. Then you mark it as available for delivery or pickup, depending on if we have a delivery person available. Seek grumbles, and we almost never do. With that perfunctory explanation, Seek leaves you to figure out what to do on your own. It's okay for the first hour or so, because no one puts in a requisition at all. It is pretty early. Maybe everyone is still asleep? Let's clean and organize the depot. There isn't a lot to organize, as you don't store a lot of stuff here, except for things that people need all the time, like toothpaste. But you do find a bucket and start to mop the floors the old-fashioned way, because there's nothing wrong with taking pride in your work. You're jerked back to reality by a haptic pulse through your holopalm. Your first order. You excitedly open your holopalm and read it. Elbow grease, 1 gallon, it reads. From Cal, Geoponics, delivery ASAP. Oh, what a joker, because elbow grease is, you know, it's a colloquial way of saying like labor and effort. So he wants us to deliver elbow grease. So funny, very funny, Cal. You dismiss the phony requisition. Ha ha, Cal's got jokes. Another one pops up on your holo screen. Flashlight fluid, 2 gallons. Anemone, sports ball, delivery, ASAP. Flashlight fluid? Really, Anemone? Another bogus requisition? Are your friends trying to prank you? You've barely dismissed that second one before a third comes in. ID-10-T gas. Flammable. 2 cubic meters pressurized. Tangent. Engineering. Delivery. ASAP. Caution. I hope I'm not wrong about this. You almost got me, Tange. Tange is not really the pranking type, but you stop yourself from looking up ID-10-T gas. Get it, chat? She's calling us an idiot. Tangent, I thought we were cool. Why are you calling me names? I want to be your friend, Tangent. Come on. You dismiss the requisition and message your friends to knock it off. Finally, you get a real requisition and get down to work. It's easier than you thought. You're just finishing up when Mars strolls in. She hops up onto the depot counter and primly crosses her legs. I am so totally relieved to have you as my assistant here, Sagefira. Finally, someone to haul boxes and fetch things so I can focus on the important work. Maybe we could share responsibilities? I don't care which one of you is in charge, Seek interrupts, as long as the work gets done. Seek pauses. Wait, did you wash the floors? They say, looking impressed. Well, that does deserve a words. Speaking English, it's difficult, yes. Well, that does deserve a reward. Here you go. They swipe their holopalm and you feel yours pulse as a couple kudos are deposited into your account. Let's go, getting rewarded for our hard work. Mars can hardly wait until Seek is gone to giggle. Either way, I'm glad you're here. This job is usually so boring. Thanks, I guess? Evie says, get bullied by the character you're trying to befriend. I know, I thought that Tangent and I were cool. I mean, our friendship is... I have 5 stars with... I mean, 5 stars. I have 5 hearts with her. I thought we'd be closer than that. Like, I feel like Mars is nicer to us than Tangent is, to be honest. Alright, let's get to work. Working in the depot. Let's go. Curiouser and curiouser. Maybe I'll just do that? I don't know. Like, my brain, I do not have big enough brain to make this happen. Victorious! We got 2 stars. We got +3 organizing, +2 persuasion, 18 kudos. We are getting rich. And +10 stress, which isn't bad. So maybe this is a good place to be working while we have our little buff here. Alright, we are now entering late dust. Let's see if anybody has anything to say to us, any new conversation types. Dad, how you feeling? You okay? Your dad is watching your mom work. You can practically see the hearts in his eyes. Your mom's an incredible lady, he says dreamily. True love is hurtling yourself into space with someone and hoping for the best for your children. Ew, Dad. Gross. That's actually really sweet, though. Don't you have something you should be doing right now, Sagefira? I just wanted to say hello, Mom. I'm sorry. I just want you to love me. I think we are just gonna spend... Royal blue or peacock? Mars asks, holding up 2 different jackets. Or should I just recycle both and have the shop nanoprint a different color entirely? She folds her jackets over her arms and sighs. Or a different material? Translucent, maybe? Ugh, so many choices. At least I have more than enough kudos to burn. Good for you, I guess. Also, I've mentioned this before, but can we talk about how pretty Mars's eyes are? They're literally, like, rainbow prismatic, and I'm excited to see how she looks when she grows up, because we have to remember all of these kids, they're young, you know, we're all like between 10 and 13 years old. We're young children, but we are going to get to see them as teenagers and young adults, and I'm really excited to see, you know, once puberty hits and we see everyone growing up, I'm really excited to see what we look like. My character too, honestly, but like our friends, like, can you just imagine for a second, like, if we just look, like, let's just look at Utopia, right? Like, look at her. Look how gorgeous she is. So, like, let's take a second and just, like, look at these characters. Like, look at Tangent, you know, look at Dice. Like, imagine... I'm curious to see what Anemone's gonna look like when she grows up, because she clearly has the whole, like, tomboy thing going on. So I'm wondering if they're gonna really, like, run with it and make her, like, even, like, really, like, tomboyish and stuff. Or if she's gonna, you know, if she's gonna come into her own. I'm so excited to see everyone aged up. Ah, so exciting. Koma says, will Tange develop differently due to her being trans, or would it be quote-unquote normal? Unsure of how the gender reassignment works in this world. I mean, if I remember correctly from, like, the backstory that we read about her, she started, I forget what the words they used, but they used, like, I don't know if they said gene therapy or biological therapy, but they said that she started some sort of process very early to help her become the person she, you know, was meant to be, which is implied to be female rather than the male she was born as. So I would imagine that she probably will develop as a biological female, but that is gonna be interesting to see, though, because that is an excellent question. That being said, let's go ahead and jump back into working in the depot. Let's get some organizing skill, get our persuasion up. I guess we'll become friends with Mars and get some more kudos. It's been a while, but it's time to attend a meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. Mars started the SFC years ago when you were little kids. Tangent and Tammy agreed to join at the time, but then you all got busy with other things and forgot about it, and then Tammy died. You meet in an unused conference room in command, which Mars says is perfect for a secret club. Club President Mars brings the meeting to order. Tange, Vice President of Writing Down Secrets, records the meeting notes in her holopalm. As Vice President of Fun Ideas, it was your job to come up with something for the club to do today. You chose making friendship bracelets and brought all the supplies you'll need. Today, Mars announces, we're gonna make friendship bracelets, and I have an even better idea. We're gonna sell them to people for kudos. That isn't really how kudos are supposed to be used, but Mars is hard to argue with sometimes. The 3 of you spend the afternoon braiding bracelets out of recycled bits of wire and bright plastic packing strips. Your hearts really aren't in it, though. All 3 of you know that Tammy would have been much better at this than you. Making friendship bracelets was one of her favorite things. She was always giving them to people and didn't expect anything in return. It's eventually Mars who calls the meeting early. She takes all your misshapen bracelets and looks at them dubiously. I don't know if people want to trade their kudos for these, but I'll do my best. I'll put the kudos in the club treasury. Meeting adjourned. You ask Tangent if she thinks Mars is actually going to sell them. I think so, Tange tells you, but the club doesn't even have a treasury. She'll probably just keep the kudos for herself. She doesn't seem to care. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we need to get 17. That should be easy enough. Like so. Super goal! Worth it. I'm getting better at this, chat. I'm getting better at it. With time. With time. So we got +4 organization, +2 persuasion, 18 kudos, and 10 stress. I'm convinced that if we get the first organization perk, we'll be able to equip another item. So that's kind of my hope at this point. While I'm focusing on organization, I really hope that we're able to do that. We're in the early wet season. Everyone let's just take a second and just listen. Just listen to the rain and listen to the music. So good. I definitely have to appreciate a lot of things about this game make me really happy. The art design is beautiful. The soundtrack is great. The implementation of different gameplay styles or mechanics, the way they're put together, fantastic. And the characters and the writing, just chef's kiss. I can't begin to explain how much I'm enjoying this game thus far. Right? The wet season's great. Like, everything's purple, which is the vibe. And it's just so nice. And I love the rain. Like, y'all know, I live in Southern California, so it very seldom rains. So I always mention this when I play Stardew Valley, too. I always say how much I love listening to the rain, because I don't get to listen to the rain in real life. Not really. Before we do our last month of kudos work, I would like to give Miss Tange a gift here. Don't, Tange says. As soon as you open your mouth to speak, she holds up a scolding finger. I'm about to make a breakthrough. Do not interrupt me unless it's serious. Well, this is serious, Miss Tangent. I have a present for you. Yeah, see, we found out earlier this stream that Tangent actually really likes medicinal roots because she can do science stuff to it. So she's happy with us for that. Look at that, we're at 5.5 hearts with her now. Ooh. I really hope that we can romance her later. I'm gonna be so upset if something happens to her because we've dedicated all of our time and friendship into Tangent, and I love her. I want her to be my best friend forever. All right, so we're gonna work in the depot one more time to get some extra kudos since we're still popular. Mars insisted on being the one who talks to people and takes requisitions, while you work hidden in the back, loading packages into the conveyor belt. Mars is counting her kudos tips for the week. Mars hoots. 10 kudos? I'm gonna buy so many sour sticks with all these tips? It's not fair. You're the one running around in the back doing all the heavy lifting while she gets all the credit and kudos. And you want those kudos because, look, it's just the principle of the matter. Mars sees your barely controlled anger and can't help but rub it in. What? She says innocently. Are you jealous? Can we just split the tips, Mars? I mean, like, it's not fair that you're getting them all. You swallow your anger and calm yourself. You tell her you're fine with working in the back, but you should split the tips 50-50 between you. Mars agrees. It's just natural, she says. I'm better at talking to people, and you're better at finding things in that big old mess of a warehouse. We make a good team. Let's go. See, compromise can be a good thing, Mars. Compromise can be a good thing. We make a good team, Mars. You may not be my favorite person, but, you know, I appreciate you. All right, let's get to work. All right, so we have a... Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Getting a yellow card locked in the center... Oh, that hurts. I mean, I guess I could use one of my items. Okay, use the mushwood log. There we go. Okay, so I guess that's probably the best thing I could do. Hey, let's go. We got 3 stars. Look at all those kudos. We got 20 kudos. I love that. I love it. Such a good use of the popularity status. All right, we are in the mid-wet season. So now the question is, so popularity is gone. So the question is, do we spend our time boosting up our ones that are already high, or do we keep working on the organization or whatever? I wonder if I should be boosting up my bravery, because I just know there's going to be another attack in glow season. Not everyone in the colony is happy, Dice mutters, his arms wrapped around himself. Everyone acts like it because they don't want to sound ungrateful. Let's face it, it sucks here. Oh, Dice. Cal is lying in the scrub grass at the edge of the garden, staring up at the sky. He blinks at you as your shadow passes over him. Hey, Sagefira, he says, smiling around a stalk of grass between his teeth. You ever just take some time and appreciate this place? We got sky and clouds and rain and wind. After growing up on the Strato, it all seems pretty magical. Wow, two very differing perspectives there. Dad, how you feeling? Your dad is reading a book. An actual book. Dog-eared pages and everything, in the shade of the greenhouse. He blinks up at you when your shadow falls over the pages. Oh, hey, little gooseberry, he laughs. Do you need something? No, Dad, I just wanted to check on you. Hi, Mom. Don't you have something you need to be doing right now? Okay, I'm sorry, I just want to talk to you. Mom, please love me. And then Anemone, do you have anything new to say? You don't see Anemone. She sees you first. Tag, she exclaims, pouncing on you from behind. You're it. Alright, so I guess... I mean, the most likely thing for us to level up is animals, because I think that 30 is how we get a new perk. So maybe I'll go do something with animals, and then I'll spend my last month on reasoning, maybe, because that will buff up to give me a perk as well. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm assuming that 30 is where I get the perks. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But, let's go ahead and work on something that gives us animals, which is gonna be the defense training. That'll also give us combat, which might be helpful if we actually have the enough bravery to fight. Because again, I just know something's gonna happen during glow season, and I hope we have the right stats to be able to help this time. Because if not, someone's gonna die, and I don't want that to happen. But that being said, let's go and do some defense training to start. Part of self-defense is training your body so that it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it, and then do them again in normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back up through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different from sports ball training. This is a breeze, I got this. This is great. It feels good that Rhett actually challenges your body and encourages you to achieve peak condition. Who is this gentleman? Hello? Is that Cal? That's not Cal. Is it Cal? That might be Cal. Look at that hair. Look at that face. Look at those muscles. This is great. It feels good that Rhett actually challenges your body and encourages you to achieve peak condition. Let's get to work. Alright. Oof, that's... unfortunate. So what if I do... What now? What should I do now is the question. Because I kind of want to get... Yeah, I want that to happen. Super goal? Let's go. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. To get the super goal so we get extra stats. Excellent. +4 combat, +2 animals, 15 stress, and some kudos. Let's go. Okay, so I was wrong. We don't get a perk on 30. I guess we get a perk on 33? If I want to get a perk, I should probably just go for the animal one again. I don't know if it'll be helpful, but it might be. That being said, let's go ahead and do some more defense training and hope that it is the right choice. Anemone can make a competition out of anything. Fastest lap, heaviest lift, most boards broken, highest kick. Most of the time, she wins too. She's a fierce competitor. Alright. Alright, here's to hoping I made the right choice. Holy moly, look at this! Look at this! That's excellent. Wow, look at that super goal! Like, we good? Yeah, we good. We didn't get the best hand, but it's good enough. +5 combat, +2 animals, and 15 stress. Do we get a perk now? Was I right? 33? Yes, so 33 is where we get perks. We can get pets? We can get pets? I'm so excited.